Authorities in Northwest Province are racing against time to curb the rising number of COVID-19 infections there. The Northwest Health MEC, Madoda Thambata, is leading a COVID-19 compliance campaign at the platinum mines in the Bojanela district. Newzroom Afrika senior reporter Malungelo Booi is there. Malungelo, good afternoon to you. What is the focus there this afternoon?
Well, perhaps, Stephen, let's start here. Health authorities, I should say, here in the Northwest began their enforcement in the CBD, actually, in Rustenburg. That's where they were visiting, departments like Home Affairs, the South African Post Office, and the Labour Department. There, Stephen, it was a disaster because there were so many people. They were not adhering to COVID-19 safety protocols. And in fact, at the South African Post Office, one security guard, you can actually tell that he was overwhelmed by the sheer number of the people that were in the queue that he was trying to control. And those people were not social distancing whatsoever. And the minister and the MEC for health here in the province describing that particular situation, in fact, as a disaster, and saying that the South African Post Office here in Rustenburg and as well as Home Affairs are failing to comply with the safety protocols. And of course, the MEC and other health authorities in this region then moved to Impala Platinum just to see how the company is doing in terms of complying with those safety protocols. And of course, Stephen, you would remember that there were reports that this company had in fact registered over 2,000 new infections of COVID-19. Well, there has been clarity there with officials saying that that 2,000 in fact includes COVID cases starting from May 2020 until now, and saying that about 100 of those cases are still active cases. Stephen.
Malungelo, I mean, if I were the health MEC, I would be very, very angry at the post office, at Home Affairs. But I mean, I wouldn't want to be the security guard at the post office trying to get people to wear their face masks. It's not his fault they're not doing it.
Well, Stephen, most people who were standing in those lines were wearing their face masks, but what they were not doing is social distancing. But you could count that there were few that were not wearing face masks. And in fact, we've also seen some police officers and metro police officers moving up and down the CBD in Rustenburg, urging people to wear masks and also to social distance. But also, Stephen, this is what I have also observed with some of the people that were standing in the queue is that they'd stand in the queue for over 20 minutes without actually being sanitized. And the health MEC in this province saying that both the South African Post Office and the Home Affairs Department are violating the safety protocols by actually not even sanitizing people while they're waiting in the queue outside the premises, waiting to go inside. But also, Stephen, I think it is important to note that when at Home Affairs, you'd find that some of the people that were there are people that were actually looking for, want to do identity documents. Bear in mind, though, that the Minister of Home Affairs had indicated that they won't be issuing or doing identity documents and passport for ordinary citizens, only for matriculants and also those that have to travel for emergency outside of this country.
Malungelo Booi, thank you very much indeed for that live update. Well, you can just imagine what's happening in Northwest. I'm sure not the only place where people are standing in queues close together. Look at the pictures we've seen in the Western Cape outside Social Security Agency offices there. We'll get an update on that as we go through the afternoon.